been a decision to be made anyway. I think you've got a target now trying to win the FA Cup, because Arsenal have a great chance to do a double, and FA Cup and the league. And I feel like now is the time that you go with your best team as much as possible, because you're now in the business mode in the last couple of months. Now, Kepa's a very good coach, so a very good goalkeeper. So I feel like he'll play him, but I would go with Raya.
I've got to just break away from Arsenal for a moment, because I'm just hearing some fairly big news actually from Chelsea, because Liam Rosenior is giving his news conference now, which we're going to bring to you very, very soon. He was asked about Enzo Fernandez. Remember that he has now twice talked about potentially leaving Chelsea and said that he would like to live in Madrid. Well, Rosenior has said that he has, quote, crossed a line, Enzo Fernandez has, and he will not be selected for the next 2 games. That's the FA Cup game tomorrow against Port Vale. And remember, the next league game is against Manchester City at home. And Fernandez will not feature in either of them. So Liam Rosenior has said that Enzo Fernandez has, quote, crossed a line. So before we hear from Rosenior, Rob, I do want to ask you about that. That's quite strong management, because Fernandez is a key player for them, and he's saying, no, he's crossed the line, he's not playing. It's basically an internal suspension.
If you thought that Liam Rosenior is not strong enough to make big decisions, there you go.
But that was it. Oh, they're hiring a yes man, they're hiring a yes man. Well, clearly not, because he's standing up to one of the best players.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is somebody who's gone for 100 million, over 100 million. So
he's been captain when Reece James hasn't played.
Correct. And that's why Enzo Fernandez should know better. And I'm a big fan of Enzo Fernandez, but there's some things you can and can't do. You cannot say that you want to leave right when there's pressure on the manager, when there's pressure in your season. You're the one, and you've been captain in that position as one of the leaders in the dressing room. Now you don't lead that way. And that's why he's effectively, Liam Rosenior said, listen, that is not how you lead.
Do you agree with Rosenior's the action he's taking?
Yeah, absolutely. Because he's clearly, I would hope he's had that conversation with him and given him exactly why. And Enzo Fernandez has got to take it, unfortunately, because maybe he's been caught. And I've been in this position where you've gone out of the environment of Chelsea Football Club, and you're now international, and you have these kind of interviews, and sometimes you can say certain things that, or be a bit more relaxed in terms of how you answer your questions and your answers. But he's made a big error, Enzo Fernandez. You cannot say that.
Is it because he's done it twice?
Well, absolutely, yeah.
It's twice. Because see, Marc Cucurella had talked about potentially going to Barcelona, but to my knowledge, that was only once. Maybe Fernandez has potentially had a warning and now done it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because once you can do it. I mean, you can also get misquoted. That's easy enough. And also sometimes you answer in a way of, well, I mean, it would be something flattering to go to this football club, and you leave it at that. This is my football club that I'm working with right now. And it goes by. But I think once you kind of say it a couple of times and you pretty much disrespect the football club and the coach and your teammates in terms of, I don't want to be there almost, I think that's why Liam Rosenior has made this big decision. I agree with it, because I think sometimes you have to make those big decisions, and he's made the big decision. I think